What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only gamer, and today we're gonna be talking about the Marvel's Avengers game, and I'm gonna give you my brutally honest opinion about the game. And before we start, I want to say that it's only a beta, so I want you guys to know that. And if you want to try this beta, you can try this beta on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I'm not sure about PC, but I'm pretty sure you probably do. So it's an open beta, so if you guys want to try, you can try this for free. You can play around 3, maybe a little bit more than 3 hours, I'm not sure. I'm only been playing like around 3 hours. My stepson played it too, so I'm gonna not give you my opinion, a little bit of his opinion too. So if you guys like videos like this, don't forget to hit that like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, elbow drop that subscribe button. Let's start this whole thing, baby. Oh yeah, you love it. Yes, you do. Okay. Okay guys, and we're gonna start this whole thing with the graphics of this game, because this is one of the things that a lot of people are criticizing, the graphics on this game. And all I have to tell you and ask you, if you're out there and you think the graphics are bad in this game, is what are you smoking, bro? Because I want some of that shit. Oh man, and if you follow this channel, I don't even swear. I try to keep it PG but man, these things get me mad. It gets me mad, all the review bombings in games. You know, that giving bad reviews about things that doesn't make sense to me. If you haven't tried a game, why you're giving it a bad review? But maybe you try the game, maybe you still, you know, think, you know, and thought the graphics were bad. And I don't know. In my opinion, I thought the graphics were amazing. The graphics to me were great. The only problem, a little part that I see that the graphics were a little bit was one part in the waterfall. If you guys can see this part right here. So and that's pretty much it when it comes to the graphics. I think the graphics are great. Like, obviously it doesn't look next gen. It's not a next gen game. You know, it looks like a PS4 or Xbox One game. And if you guys are wondering where do I play this game, I played on the Xbox, but I couldn't play it on the PlayStation if I wanted to. It's just that, you know, I don't have too much space in my PlayStation. I only got a 500 gigabyte PlayStation 4. So I got a 1 terabyte Xbox One, so I was like, you know, let me just put it in the Xbox. I have more space on the Xbox. That's why I tried it on the Xbox. But if you guys want me to try on the PlayStation and give you, you know, some comparison, just comment down below and let me know. So first, you know, the graphics, like I said, I think they look great. The floor, everything, and the other part that people criticize a lot is the character models. And to be honest, I think they look great. They look fine. The only one that I don't like too much is Tony Stark. You know, Iron Man looks amazing. You know, I don't see the point. I seen pictures like they show Iron Man and another one from the game, and I'm like, what are they criticizing? The game? It looks great. It's not gonna look one to one like with the movies. A lot of people, I think, that are criticizing like the character models is because they're so into the movies, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not like a crazy comic fan or anything like that. I watch the movies. I also watch the cartoons when I was growing up. You know, I was more into Spider-Man than anything else. But you know, like you can't compare one to one. And do you want the same thing? Like oh, like, you know how many times I got mad like in the movies, like for example Spider-Man, they show like Uncle Ben, you know, dying. Like, how many times Uncle Ben can die in a movie? Like, in the same story all over and all over again. You know, that's why I kind of like when Miles Morales came to the picture, because one, I didn't know who he was, and it was cool to see something different. So, you know, like, I think they look fine. All the character models, look fine. Like everything. Only Tony Stark, the character, it was a little bit. I don't know about that one, but like Black Widow looks great. The Hulk guy, Thor looks amazing. Like Captain America looks fine too. I think they all look great. So now let's talk a little bit more about the gameplay of the game, because that's what it all matters. The thing that matters the most, about a game, the gameplay. How is the gameplay of the game? And I got my ups and downs with this, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because first you start with Thor, and Thor I think is fine, like, and if you like, first of all, this is a very linear game. It's kind of like a sandbox sometimes. The world opens a little bit more and you run around, but it's not an open world game. This is not Spider-Man. You know what I mean? But like there's so many characters. When you have like a Spider-Man game, there's only one character they need to concentrate in. So like that's why Spider-Man is so great, because it's only one character. Yeah, it's open world and it took a long time to make the world and everything, but it's only one character that you're actually taking control on the game. In this game, you're taking control, Thor, Iron Man, Black Widow, all of these characters, Captain America and all that, and there's so many other characters, there's not only the ones in the movie. You take control of other characters too, and you're also gonna be taking character of Spider-Man, if you get it on the PlayStation 4. So there's so many characters that you're taking control. So you need to give Square Enix a little bit of credit, because it's not just one character. So like I said, you start with Thor, and Thor feels good until I was kind of like throwing the hammer. It feels a little bit off the aiming, but it can be me. Maybe it's me. I need to get used to it a little bit, and because you don't use Thor too much in the demo, in the beta, and I didn't get to use him too much, so but it feels like normal to me. He was kind of like neutral, you know what I mean? And he's kind of like a beat 'em up slash, a hack and slash, whatever you want to call it. So it's just tapping a button, hitting, you control the hammer, you throw a couple powers here and there, but nothing crazy. But it looks great, it feels great. But then when you get to use Iron Man, that's when I was kind of like a little bit concerned. But I'm gonna tell you a little bit later on why then I was a little bit more, like calm in that sense. So, I used Iron Man and I was like controlling Iron Man and flying around and all that and shooting was a little bit off. To me, of all of them, he was kind of like the worst that I used. So throwing, like moving around, everything was a little bit weird. I don't know what to say. But then I got to use the Hulk, and Hulk is like my number 2. I will say number 1 because of Black Widow. But let's just talk about Hulk. Hulk is great because he's basically, Hulk is made for like punching and jumping and just smashing stuff. So it's just great. He was like one of my best, if not my best. It was very simple, running around, jumping around in walls. Everything was great with Hulk. You feel powerful. The powers they have, all of them have like, I think it's 3 different powers, and like a special, I think it was something like that. It's around 2, 3, and like a special, and it's great. It's great. Using Hulk, I think was amazing. And then why do I think like Hulk might be number 2 for me? Because of Black Widow. Black Widow was great. Of all of them, she was fast. She was great. Using the guns, just shooting. It felt like the best of all of them. Black Widow. The only thing that like I only used it for a little bit. It was so small, the part that I used Black Widow, to the part, you know, of Hulk. You use it most of the time. This is the character that you use most in the game, you know. So you know, like she's great. She's fast. She's, you know, everything of her. She's amazing, I think, in the game. You know, and like I said, if you don't like linear games and I don't want to say single player, because you can play this game multiplayer with other people online, so it's not actually single player, but it feels kind of like a single player game. You know, it's like very linear, story based game and all that, but you can play with friends online, which is great. So I think the game so far, this, you know, my first opinion like about the game, and I think it's great. You know, like in my opinion, the game cannot be better, but there's some other issues, and I have to say them. You know, the game crashed on me. I want to say, you know, it was only one time, but then my stepson played it, and I asked him, you know, because I want to see another person's perspective and his opinion about it. So he crashed on him also one time. It's a beta, like I said, so I cannot be too hard on this game, you know, because it's a beta, you know, it hasn't come out yet. This is things that they need to fix. This is things that they're testing. That's what a beta is. It's testing the game. And they want feedback from us, which they give you like a part that you can like basically, you know, tell them what you give the game, you know, out of 5. I gave it a 4, you know, and you know, and there was another part that also the volume of the game when the character were supposed to be talking, it just stopped. It didn't sound anything at all from their mouth, and I was like, what's going on? I needed to quit the game and start recording again. So you know, it was something that I need to mention it, because you know, I'm gonna be honest with you guys all the way, you know what I mean? So you know, besides all that, I think the game is great. I think there's, you know, obviously some fixes to do in the game. And then later on, I got to pick, you know, character out, pick Iron Man, because that was the one that I was a little bit more concerned than all of them. And you know, like I got to practice with him a little bit more, and I got a little bit, you know, way better than the first time. So yeah, I think Iron Man is not that bad. It's just practice. Like, you know, when you're trying a new game, and sometimes you just need to practice more in the characters. There's so many different characters, and oh, Captain America. If you guys are a fan of Captain America is great. It's kind of like Thor. It's very neutral. It's kind of like in between. You know, throwing the shield. You know, fell a little bit. You know. Not, I don't want to say off. It's just aiming, you know, it's just practice. That's the only way that I can see it. Like a little bit at the beginning, I was being a little bit off with the aiming with the shield, but then and you only use him a little bit too. So I didn't got to use him too much, Captain America. So, but he's great. He's great. All the powers were really fun to do, and all the moves, and you get to use a girl that she's Stretch. I don't really know her name, to be honest, but she was great. She was great. She reminded me of kind of like Ant-Man, and the Fantastic Four, the guy from the Fantastic Four that can like stretch. So if you guys know the name, just comment down below and let me know. I should have just probably checked before I made this video, but whatever. I'm honest with you guys. So yeah, I think the game, in my honest opinion, I think the game is great. There's nothing, you know, right now that you can just pretty much try the game right now for free. You know what I mean? So you can play like 2-3 hours and check it out for yourself. So you don't even need to take my opinion and my advice. Just check it out yourself, so you guys can see how great this game is. So I think that's it, guys. Okay guys, I think that's it for this video. And guys, if you have tried the beta for the Marvel's Avengers, what do you think about it. If you haven't tried, you're gonna try. And what do you think about the graphics and the character models? Let me know in the comment section down below, cause I wanna really know what you think. And guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, elbow drop that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys on the next video. Later.